Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here, I really appreciate it. I'll have to apologise for my background. I'm waiting on a few backdrops and a few things to come through, so at the minute you're just going to have to deal with the door, but hopefully no one pops through it. What I'm going to do for you guys today is a pink purple with a gold cut crease. I did post a picture of this on my Instagram about two or three days ago, and I got loads of responses saying, can you please do a tutorial on this, and we really love this look. It's quite summery, it's quite fresh, but it's still quite glamorous, just not as vampy and darky and smoky as every other look that I sort of do. So I hope you guys like this video. If you do, please subscribe, like and comment down below. Let me know if you like it. If you don't be too harsh, please. But yeah, I hope you guys like it, so let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to prep my skin. Before this, I have washed my face. I've been at work today, so I've washed all the dirtiness off my face and exfoliated, and I have moisturised. So the next step that I do is I prime my skin, and I use the Nivea Men Sensitive Post Shave Balm. So what I do is I take a small piece on the back of my hand. It is quite watery, so be careful. And I dot it on my face, and then I start to blend it into my face using my hands. Make sure you have clean hands for this, guys. You don't want to be spreading bacteria onto your face, because that's how breakouts happen. So once I've prepped my skin, I then go in with foundation, and today I'm going to be using the Dior Forever foundation. It is one of my favourite foundations at the minute. I only got it about a month ago after a few recommendations, and I must say that I am loving it. So I shake it first. I'll put 3 pumps on the back of my hand, and then I'll begin to dot this around my face. So once we have done that, I then take my Morphe Y6 brush. This is one of my favourite brushes for foundation because of the flat top. I feel like it really stipples it into my skin, so I start to blend that out. So once I've done that and I've blended that all out, I then like to go in with a smaller brush and take whatever's on the back of my hand and add coverage to places that I feel like need coverage. So for me, it is these areas around here. I feel like I have quite a lot of unevenness around this area. And then on the other cheek, I have got a little friend here for some reason, and my face just started breaking out. I don't know why, but oh well. Around my nose. This gives me such a lovely finish. So now that our foundation is all blended in, my next step is to go in with concealer. And the concealer that I've been using at the moment is the Tarte Shape Tape. I flitter between this and the Urban Decay Weightless Coverage Concealer. So yes, I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape today. So what I do is I put a line underneath each eye. I don't like going too overboard with concealer because I think it really gives it away that you're using too much makeup. I'll put a small bit on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, on my chin, and around my nose. So we could just do concealer under the eyes, but because I'm using a shade that's slightly lighter, I like to balance out my face so that I don't have a stark white under eye and nothing in the centre. So what I do is I highlight my forehead, my nose, my cupid's bow and my chin, and that will just give us more of a structured look. So to blend that out, I'm not going to use a beauty blender at the minute. For some reason, beauty blenders under my eyes hasn't been working out, so I have been going in with a little tiny brush. But hopefully, I don't know what's going on with my skin, it's just acting up a little bit. So I'm going to be going in with the brush today, so I will start blending that out. So now that we have blended out all of our concealer, I then go in with translucent powder to set those areas. And today I'm using the RCMA No Colour Powder. And I just take this on a small brush. This is a Real Techniques contour brush. And I hit my under eye. Make sure that you've got no creases on that under eye since you've applied the concealer, otherwise you will set the creases. So just ensure that there's no creasing. So now that we've set our under eyes with our translucent powder, I now set the rest of my face. And today I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder in the shade 105 Natural Ivory. I take this on a fluffy brush, I tap into the powder, tap off the excess, and just lightly press this into the skin. You do not want to swipe when you are putting on powder because you might break up the foundation. So patting the powder will give you the most beautiful airbrushed look. The reason why I set the rest of my face is so that the next powder products that I use will glide on the face a lot easier, whereas if you had still a sticky base from the foundation, it might skip and jump and you end up with like a really choppy bronzer or a really choppy blush. So now I'm going to go in and bronze my face, and today I'm going to be using my tried and true Hoola Benefit Bronzer. I've been using this since God was a boy, honestly. I take this with a Morphe R2 brush. I love this brush, by the way. I tap in to the powder, I tap off the excess, and then I want to start my contour slightly, well, bronzer slightly higher than the hollows of my cheekbones, because if we start it here, we're going to get a really low contour line, and that will start to make your face look quite droopy. So bring it higher than you think that you should, and it will naturally just look like a natural shadow. So I'm going to start by bronzing my face. So now that we have bronzed our face, I want to give my cheekbones a little bit of extra dimension. So I'm going to go in with the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette, and I'm going to be using the middle brown shade just there. And I'm going to be taking that on a Morphe M530 brush, tapping it in, tap off the excess, and just hit that part there. This will just give a little bit of extra oomph in the areas that we want it to. So what we're going to do now is we're going to bake the underneath of our contour line, just so that it doesn't look very choppy. So I take the No Colour translucent powder from RCMA, tap that into the cap, take my Morphe Sculpt and Something beauty sponge, sorry, and then we want to start where our contour starts, so up here, and take that down to the corner of our mouth. This is just going to give us a lot more of a structured look. So while we are letting that bake, I am going to start on my eyes and leave blush and highlight to the end. And today for our look, we are going to be using two different palettes. So the first palette we're going to go into today is the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. The first shade that I'm going to pick up today is the shade Weekender. I'm going to take this on a Morphe, it's like a tapered blending brush. So I'm going to take Weekender on a fluffy brush, tap off the excess, and start to run this through my crease. We want to do windshield wiper motions, back and forth, and then once the product's on, we want to start doing circular motions. So once that first colour is down, I then want to go into the same palette and go into the shade Still Shot. And I take that on the exact same brush, tap off the excess, and run it through the crease. We're using the same motions, windshield wiper motions and circular motions. These shadows, you guys, are unreal. They are so pigmented, so blendable, so creamy, so buttery. I am obsessed. Once we've done those two shades and laid them in our crease and it is blended out to perfection, I then want to take the Morphe M433 brush and I want to dip into the shade Hell Ride. And I know this looks scary, guys, but as long as you take your time and dip in gently and do it bit by bit and don't go in with a load of product on your brush, you will be able to blend this out, I promise. So I literally dip in probably about that much. So I've literally got hardly anything on my brush. tap off the excess and go slowly. So we don't want to go up as high as we did last time in our crease. We want to bring this slightly lower. So I'm going to start off around about here and start to blend that into my crease area. Take this slowly because you do not want to get too much pigment on your brush. The less product the better. You can always add more, but you can't always take it away. So once we have hardly any product left on our brush, we want to start to bring that and blend it up. Only when you've got hardly any product in your brush. I then go into the Jeffree Star Androgyny palette. And I'm going to go into the shade Androgyny, and I'm going to take that same M433 brush from Morphe and focus this on the outer corner. I'm using stippling motions on the outer corner of my eye just to give it some depth. Once that shade is down, I then start to blend it out. Now that is all blended out, you guys, I then will move on to cutting my crease. Now this can be quite a scary process, but I'm going to show you some tricks on how to cut your crease the easiest way possible. What you want to do first is you want to take a concealer of your choice. It doesn't have to be the Tarte Shape Tape, it can be any concealer that you have. I take a pinch of it on the back of my hand, and then you want to take a flat topped brush, like a concealer brush. Take a tiny bit of that product on that top of that brush. Just place a bit of concealer there, look up, and that is where you want to cut your crease, where that has transferred. You want to go nice and slow and steady with this. So once that is done, I then like to diffuse it with my finger. This will just give us that nice ombre out effect of the cut crease. So take your time, guys. You will get to do it. You will be able to do it. Just take your time, breathe. If you're getting frustrated, walk away, have a fag, have a cup of coffee, swear at the wall, punch the wall, come back, sit down and do it again. I promise you, you'll get through it. So we now want to fill that section in with a colour of your choice. So the colour I'm going to be using is the shade Stranded from the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this up in the exact same brush, I've just cleaned it off. Once that shade is on my brush, I'm then going to spritz it with Fix Plus. And now I will start to put that on the area that we have the concealer. So now that gold shade is down, I just want to intensify the outer corner of my eye. So I'm going to go back in with that Hail Ride shade from the Urban Decay palette. And I just want to deepen up the outer corner. And blend the two together. So that is the top part of the eye done. So now I want to move on to the lower lash line. I'm going to take the Morphe E18 brush, which is a nice pencil brush. I'm going to go back into the Urban Decay palette, take up the first shades that we used, which was the Still Shot and the Weekender. Start to run this through my lower lash line. Take a smaller brush now. This is the Morphe M506 and I'm going to take that deep dark shade, the purple shade Hail Ride from the Urban Decay palette, and I'm going to define the lower lash line. And then I'll blend them two together. Now that that is done, I'm going to do my brows and my other eye off camera. and I will see you guys in a minute. Hi guys, I'm back. So I have added some lashes, I've put mascara on, I've done my other eye and my brows. I'm going to do a quick nose contour. I am not the queen of nose contouring, so I apologise, but this is what I do just to wax something on my nose so it doesn't look so... It looks intense, but don't worry, it will calm down. So now comes blush and highlight, and today I'm going to go in with the Morphe 8C palette, and I pretty much pick up the whole top row. I know that's a bit high maintenance, but yeah, I usually pick up all of them, but today I want a little bit more of a pinkier mood, so I'm going to go for these two up here. So the shade Free and Hot, I'm going to add that on. And do the same on the other side. The highlighter we're going to go into today, guys, is the highlighter from Fenty Beauty. This is the Kilawatt highlighter in the shade Me, Money and Hustla Baby. I've had this since September last year and I love it because it's nearly all gone. And I'm going to take this on a Morphe M510 brush. I was right. I'm going to go into the Hustla Baby side, top of the excess, and hit the high points of my cheeks. Oh yes. I like to bring it onto my cheeks. I've got a lot of texture here, guys, so I'm going to have to apologise. Do a pinch on the nose. I take a little smaller brush and go down the bridge of my nose. Rub that on my finger. And I like to go in here because when you take a photograph it really shows. It's beautiful. Go on the Cupid's eye. Oh yes, look at this highlight. Girl. And take it an even smaller brush, hit the inner corner of my eye. The brow bone. And you are glowing to the gods. So guys, we are almost there. I'm going to go in with a nude lip today, and the lip combo I'm going to be using is the Huda Beauty liquid lipstick in the shade Sugar Mama and the Charlotte Tilbury lip lustre in the shade Seduction. So once that has dried down quite a bit, I then go in with the Charlotte Tilbury lip gloss. This is basically exactly the same shade. Oh, I love this lip gloss so much. So the last step that we do, guys, is our setting spray to lock this all in for the day. I've run out of my Morphe setting spray, so at the minute I am using my Urban Decay All Nighter. And give that a shake, make sure it's spraying properly, and set our faces. So that is it, guys. We are done with this look. I am loving the way this look come out. I'm really inspired by this gold, by the purple, by the pinks. I'm really loving this look, especially with the nude lip. I think it really tones it down and makes it look quite glamorous and sexy. Let me know what you guys think. Did you like it? Did you not? Recreate this look if you can. If you do recreate this look, please tag me and let me know and show me, because I'd love to see it. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials, on my Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. They are all linked down below in the description box, so please be sure to follow me on those. But anyway, guys, I am starving, it's nearly dinner time and I'm tired. So thank you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Please subscribe, like, comment, etc. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Love you guys. Bye. Cupid's bow on the top lip. Huh? I got hair. The first palette that I'm going to go into today is the Urban Decay. First palette that we're going to go into today is the Urban Decay. Sorry, I can't. The first palette we're going to go in. The first palette we're going to go in today. Help! So the first palette we're going to go into today. I can't even say it.